and I got kind of smacked in the face with the reality of what being a real estate agent entails.
I'm convinced that most real estate agents' three favorite words are done for you. And so you provide a done for you social media solution. What are the top three things that you think would improve a real estate agent's social media? All right, there we go. Of course, as soon as I started recording, Elizabeth decides she needs to get up and go get some water. Elizabeth, my business partner of 22 years.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
So yeah, so Haley, I mean, like, where are you? Where in the country are you?
Good question. I'm in St. Pete, Florida. So we actually just got done with a hurricane.
I literally am like, wait a minute, didn't you just get hit by a hurricane? So it looks
Yeah.
like you survived without any damage.
Yeah, my neighborhood is actually like one of the worst ones. It's like all over the news if you see, well, I mean, I guess just the local news. There's probably, I mean, a lot of people have it a lot worse that were in like Crystal River and where it got hit straight on. But my neighborhood is like very prone to flooding, like even on just like a raining day. But luckily my house is like on a slope, so it came into the garage, but it didn't get inside. But the neighborhood is just crazy right now because everybody's house flooded. But we got Wi-Fi today, so I was like, I can still do it.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
great. So I'm so glad that you survived the hurricane. So, and I'm sure that you know what you're doing here. This is Glenda's Guru. It's a podcast that I host with people that are stars in their space. So tell everybody, tell the audience a little bit about you and about Coffee and Contracts.
Yeah, so I actually started as a real estate agent in 2019. When I was in college, had no idea what I wanted to do, what I wanted to be when I grew up. But I loved marketing always. Sorry, I go all around in this story. I've always loved marketing, so I ended up getting a marketing internship in college at a brokerage. And once I was there, I was like, I love real estate. I could totally see myself doing this. So I ended up getting my real estate license, and I was ready to start a career in real estate. But at that brokerage, it was kind of like a boutique brokerage. And once I got my license, they like gave me my first listing, and I thought I had no idea how real estate worked. So I ended up moving to another city, and I got kind of smacked in the face with the reality of what being a real estate agent entails. But basically, I was just super uncomfortable with the idea of door knocking and cold calling. And I was also like on the younger side for a new agent. And so I was just kind of like uncomfortable. But I turned to Instagram to try to generate leads just because I really like understood how it worked and loved it. And basically, long story short, ended up generating leads on Instagram as a real estate agent. But I also had other real estate agents asking me for help with their social media. So I started managing social media. Long story short, then ended up starting Coffee and Contracts, which is basically a social media subscription for real estate agents, where we provide templates and tools and trainings to help them grow using Instagram. So that's long story short, but
That's awesome. That's great. So your love really sounds like was marketing, and at least you kind of caught the real estate bug a little bit.
yeah.
And then found a space where that you could fill a gap because I'm convinced that most real estate agents' three favorite words are done for you. And so you provide a done for you social media solution.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So how long have you been doing this?
2019 is when I launched Coffee and Contracts. So about 4 years now. It was September actually. So we're coming
wow.
on 4 years. Yeah.
That's great. That's great. I got my real estate license on September the 4th.
Oh,
I
really?
I was doing an interview this morning, and someone said to me, I know you've been in real estate since Jesus was a baby, but really, how long is that? And I said, actually, it'll be 31 years on Monday.
Oh,
So
wow.
it just is like, it seems like it's been forever. So what are you working on? What are you excited about in your business right now?
So right now we're actually working on a new website and just like a ton of new features in the website, like AI type of stuff and just stuff as the social media algorithms have changed. It's been a lot harder to provide like templates that are really gonna have a result. We always tell our members like to take branding photos and to take videos and to use our templates and kind of like use it as like a foundation, but they have to add a lot of their personality into it for it to work. But so as like all of that has happened, we've really had to change like what we provide. So we're wanting to do more just like AI kind of like custom stuff that will help them like create content that's unique to them and it's not all the same. So very excited about that. We're hoping to launch that in October. So in the meantime, we've actually closed enrollment to the membership and we're on a wait list right now while we are figuring all that out. So yeah, I'm excited about that.
That's great. So you're implementing AI into your business strategy to really help agents with their social media strategy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right now we kind of like we tell them to use ChatGPT and give them prompts and show them how to like really tailor it to make it good and
Right.
then make tweaks and stuff. But yeah, the goal is to have something that they don't have to do all those prompts and everything like that. It's something that's a little more ready for them to use.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So, three things. Give me three things or three areas where you think that real estate agents could improve their social media. What are the top three things that you think would improve a real estate agent's social media?
I would say probably the first one that comes to mind is showing up and showing their face, of course. Just making social media a little bit more social and showing a little bit of who they really are, because that's the one thing that makes them stand out from the competition. So that would be number one. Number two would be probably with that is a big mindset shift when it comes to social media. A lot of times I've noticed agents will say like, oh, I just don't have the time, or like, I don't know what to do, or a lot of it is like, it's like you really do have the time, you just need to prioritize it and really start to like practice with it because it takes some time to get used to. And number three would probably be to think about who they're talking to. I think like in their posts, a lot of times I see agents, it seems like they're just kind of throwing things at a wall and just posting just to post instead of really thinking about who's on the other end and who they want to like speak to. So thinking about their like ideal client or target audience would be number three. Those are my three.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So if you were looking back on back to 2019, what do you wish that you had done at the start? What is the one thing that you think that if you had done this, that probably the path would have been a little bit easier or a little bit better or a little bit faster?
I think probably like asking the right questions to the members in the community to get better answers and feedback for what we were doing. I feel like it's taken a long time to figure out like how to properly like get feedback and show people like, okay, this is what we're thinking. How do you feel about this? Or like, how would you use this? That probably would have helped build a better product earlier on rather than having to like make changes slowly. But yeah, that would probably be the thing.
Well, and it's funny that you say that because if you think about that answer that you gave, when you're talking about using AI or Chat GPT or whatever, really the quality of the output depends on the questions or the requests or the detail that you give up front. And so you talked a little bit about, oh, well, I would ask better questions. You know, if it were up to me, if I could do it over, I would have asked better questions to get better feedback, to build a better product earlier on. Very, very similar with AI, that the better the questions that you ask, the better prompts that you give, the better information you get back. So whether
Yeah.
it's human or AI, really it's kind of knowing what to ask and probably knowing when to ask it is probably the key to getting the best out of your business model.
Yeah, exactly. I totally agree.
I love that. I love that. Okay, so tell everybody where they can find you, or is there a link or somewhere on your Instagram that they should go? You tell us.
Yeah, so we're on Instagram. It's just at Coffee Contracts. My Instagram is at Hey Ingram if you want some hurricane content. Um, and our website is just coffeecontracts.com, and that's where you can find all of the information.
That is awesome. And I know that we will link it in the newsletter as well. And I am so excited that I got to spend a few minutes with you today and hearing about coffee contracts. And I will look forward to seeing you again soon. And again, thank you so much for being here on Glendas Guru today.
Thank you so much for having me. This was awesome.